Turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shade walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section. She call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want, then laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I let aim, back again. She say what she want, and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, is somebody hurt? Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's too. She back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's too. Press replay. And you thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's too. Press replay. And you thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
All right, what's up, y'all? Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Happy and blessed Saturday. This is Fuckery Friday / Saturday, you guys. And again, I appreciate you all for coming in to watch this in the replay or if you're here live. Welcome to everybody in the bushes. Well, welcome to everybody who watched this in the replay. And over here in the chat, we got Jermaine in the place to be. Thank you, Jermaine, for being here. And let me go ahead and do that copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area, and part of it is scrolling across that screen right there. Guys, if you enjoyed this content tonight, make sure you thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, share, leave a comment. And if you want to show additional support for this channel, you can do a super sticker, super chat, Cash App donation at $Shades2, or you can copy yourself a membership for $4.99 per month. Thank you guys so much. And tonight, guys, we are going to be talking about this pastor doing some straight up fuckery, okay? Some straight up fuckery. And this is why we call this Fuckery Friday, because this right here is some fuckery for real, for real. Okay, so anyway, let me go ahead and put my music on, and then I'm going to tell you guys all about it. Let me change everything up and put this music on and everything else. Change this banner. Let's go over here and put this music on, because this is a hot-ass, juicy mess. I'm not going to lie. Turn this down so you can turn it to probably 11. Okay. Now, let's see. Let's put the fuckery thing up here. This is a hot mess. Okay, here it is. Well, actually, let's put this up there, okay? Now, let me go ahead and tell y'all about this hot ass mess of a pastor. And this is according to hiphopvibe.com via Newsbreak. A pastor demands his congregation bring their tax returns so he can review them to stop people from playing in his face. I mean, come on now, y'all. That is crazy. That is straight up some fuckery. Anyway, this pastor has gone viral after demanding that his church bring copies of their tax return for his review. In a 15-second clip posted to X by My Mixtapes this afternoon on March the 10th, the pastor can be seen standing at the pulpit telling church members that he's going to put a stop to people playing in my face during tithes and offerings. The video, you guys, has sparked massive backlash online, with users calling the practice cult-like, exploitative, and a clear example of churches operating as businesses rather than places of worship. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and look at this, okay, on TikTok in a few minutes, okay? Anyway, the video, you guys, begins with the pastor addressing his congregation from behind the pulpit. He said, "Next week, I am asking that all church members bring a copy of your tax returns so that I can review them." And he says that in a very firm manner. Meanwhile, he was moving his hands toward the audience to let them know he's talking about them. They say his tone is authoritative and unapologetic as he explains his reasoning. He said, "I'm going to put a stop to some of y'all playing in my face during tithes and offerings on Sunday mornings." The phrase "playing in my face" suggests he believes some members are being dishonest about their income or giving less than they should based on their earnings. Then he concludes his directive with, "It's tight, but it's right." The statement implies that while the request may seem strict or uncomfortable, he views it as justified. Therefore, the pastor frames the demand as a necessary measure to ensure proper financial contributions from his congregation. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this real quick. First, let me read your messages, your comments. You said, "Pastor shaking down the congregation. These black poverty pimps gotta cool it down." The thing about it is that, they'll get the church, they will have the church pay all of this money, right? But yet, you got people within the church struggling to pay their rent, mortgage, buy food, pay utilities, and just all types of stuff. And sometimes these churches, if you go to them for help, they require you to tithe or do some type of offerings. You definitely have to be a member a lot of times, and it's just a whole lot of requirements. Now, if they were getting all these tithes and offerings and anniversary gifts and all this other stuff that they get in church. And they were actually helping people in the congregation not be in poverty and helping people outside, then, you know, I wouldn't have anything to say about this. But when you see some of these pastors getting all this money and they be living in these very, very, very lavish homes and, you know, be driving really luxury cars and all this other stuff, but yet you got people in the church who are members struggling. I got a problem with that. Okay, I really do. Now let's go ahead and look at this video real quick. Let me mute this sound. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Sorry, y'all. Okay, let's see if we can find this man on TikTok. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's see, y'all. Let me see if I can find him. If anybody do this, they silly, okay? Okay, let's see it right now. Let's see here. I think this is it right here.
Next week, I am asking that all church members bring a copy of your tax return so that I can review them. I'm going to put a stop to some of y'all playing in my face during tithes and offerings on Sunday morning. It's tight, but it's right. Next week, I am asking that all church members bring a copy of your tax return so that I can review them. I'm going to put a stop to some of y'all playing in my face during tithes and offerings on Sunday morning. It's tight, but it's right. Next week,
That's a trip. Let me see what else some of these people are saying. Let's see. Let's see this.
Those of you who brought your tax returns as I requested, thank you for your obedience. For those of you who did not do as I asked, I will deal with you all immediately after service. We gonna get this money where it needs to be, one way or the other. Amen? Amen.
So that's part 2.
Next week, I am asking that all church members bring a copy of your tax return so that I can review them. I'm going to put a stop to some of y'all playing in my face during tithes and offerings on Sunday morning. It's tight, but it's right.
A pastor lost his goddamn mind during church.
And we don't need him to be doing this commentary. Okay, let's see here. That's crazy, you guys. Let me see what else.
Breaking news this morning. Local pastor goes full audacity, demands tax returns after realizing half the church been tithing like they work part-time at Dollar Tree.
Next week, I am asking that all church members bring a copy of your tax return so that I can review them. I'm going to put a stop to some of y'all playing in my face during tithes and offerings on Sunday morning. It's tight, but it's right.
Pastor says somebody in the congregation living a double life. Ain't no way y'all got Gucci belts and lace fronts, but the ties look like you work at a snack bar. Breaking news this morning. Local pastor goes full audacity, demands tax returns after realizing half the church been tithing like they work part-time at Dollar.
Man, that's a trip. Anyway, what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that this is right, what he did? Because I don't feel like it's right. I mean, why are you asking the church to bring in their tax returns so you can make sure that they give their, 10%? And if they bring their tax returns to church, there's something that's wrong with them as well. You say you don't do organized religion, and no, it's not right. I mean, the audacity of him even making that suggestion. And it's plainly ridiculous. Honestly, I probably won't be going to that church anymore because you don't be asking people to bring in their tax returns. Like I said, this is some straight up fuckery. What type of pastor does this? You talking about people playing in his face. It sounds like he's trying to play in their face because their tax returns is really none of his business. Let's see here. Somebody said a church is not a building. Most people, for some reason, still do not know this. The thing is, we have some fake pastors, okay? Fake people, period. But certainly some fake pastors in these churches, okay? Not all of them. That's why I said the key term, some. And to stand at your pulpit and demand your church members to bring in their taxes so you can make sure they're giving their tithe is plainly almost laughable. So let's see here. Let me read some more of these comments. Okay, somebody said, you must be kidding. That doesn't sound like a Protestant church to me. Not even Catholics are required to submit tax documents. Someone said I would leave. He's playing in God's face in mind. And I agree. Another commenter said, people need to read the Bible themselves. To hell with that demon. And then another commenter said, these churches are scams, period. Not all of them. Some of them are a hot mess, but not all. The thing is, I'm trying to figure out about the people who attend that church, because the pastor tells you to bring in your tax returns. I'm just wondering. He already said some of the people brought theirs in, okay, and some didn't. So what type of people are these? Because if a pastor was telling me to bring in my tax returns, I'm like, dude, you got me messed up. I'm not bringing you my tax return. Are you going to pay my taxes that I owe too? Since you want to look at my tax returns. Even if he does look at the tax returns, how can he make someone pay 20% if they don't want to? So let's see here. So somebody said, stop it, pastor. Don't be a church dictator. Then somebody else said, wow, the Bible teaches that God loves a cheerful giver. Giving should be voluntary, not something people are pressured into doing. It's supposed to be 10%, but they said 20% in this daggone article. You might have made a mistake. Somebody said, you have the Bible quote, right? God loves a cheerful giver. Remember the mites the woman poured into the treasure. I'm not a Christian. I am a believer. Yes, the church is supposed to take care of the pastor. This man is not a man of God. I bet he has a nice car in-house, and still it's not enough. He has a cross to bear on Judgment Day. I would never listen to or give ear to a greedy, fake-ass pastor like him. God has his number too. Okay, so another commenter said, I don't agree with this, but I don't belong to his church. If his people at church are okay with it, it is none of our business. Well, they made it our business when he put it up online, or when somebody put it up online. That's when they made it everybody else's business, okay? And then this is the final one that I'm going to read right now. This person said, the hell you say? He doesn't need to see shit for me to time. If I have it, I'll give it. If I don't, I won't. And not to a money-hungry man who claims to be a pastor. I know that's right. Somebody said this is extremely insane. One of the reasons why I don't attend church. And then another commenter said, get yourself in church. This is no reason to miss it, other than your heart may not be right with the Lord. God commanded the assembling together of the saints for the purpose of worship, edification, education, shepherding or sheep herding, etc. When you forsake the church body, you are outside the rule of Christ. I don't condone what this pastor has done. However, you need to be in church. And I agree with that. Okay. But the thing about it is not the fact that going to church is bad. It's some of these people that be in church and some of these pastors. You know, doing this foolishness right here will make a person who is already like hesitant to go to church, it'll make them not want to go. I don't understand why he's up there telling people to bring in tax returns and then they actually do it. You said a shepherd is worthy of his hire, but he got to do the work. These poverty pimps aren't helping anybody but themselves. And don't get me wrong, okay? The pastor needs to be paid for what he's doing, you know, giving money or whatever, because you have to, you know, pay your house rent, your mortgage, and things of that nature. But when you're sitting up here telling people they need to bring in their tax returns and you're demanding that people do 20%, you know, I mean, I think you're just basically out of line. I really do. Now let's see what else we can find on this pastor, and then we're going to move on from this fuckery and cover some other things real quick before we get out of here. Because I'm definitely not trying to go over an hour tonight, okay? Okay, let me go back over here. Okay, let's see if they got anything else on this man, on this pastor. So let's see what she's talking about.
Cause what, bitch? I'm just trying to figure.
Oh, no, I want to hear all that. Let's see what he's talking about.
Bring a copy of your tax return.
Just stop, just leave, just turn around, about face, get out the door. Seriously, because
I requested, thank you for your obedience. For those of you who did not do as I asked, I will deal with you all immediately after service. We gonna get this money where it needs to be, one way or the other. Amen?
no, what? Even some of your favorite Christian artists has jumped in on that. They got to get the money.
Doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant.
Bring a copy of your tax return so that I can review them. I'm gonna put a stop to some of y'all playing in my face during tithes and offerings on Sunday morning.
Well, this is more.
So, like I said, y'all, that's just a hot ass mess. I mean, when you go to church, you just have to be very weary of fake pastors and fake people as a whole. Okay, I mean, to be up there telling these people they need to bring in their tax return, it's almost laughable. And I can't believe some of the people actually did it. There is no way I would have shown him my tax returns. If he cannot have faith that I'll put money into our tithe or do an offering, then I think he needs to talk to God, point blank. Point blank. He should have faith that people will give the 10% they will, give to the church and all that stuff, versus trying to see people tax returns and determine how much they should be giving every week. It's plainly weird, and it's definitely some fuckery. All right, so y'all tell what y'all think in the comment section, and we're gonna move on to some other fuckery, okay? You said all these churches need to be stripped of their 501c3 status. Okay. You said all churches should be forced to pay taxes. I don't think they will force the church to pay taxes, because it's what did they say about the churches? They said church, they are, I forgot how that goes, but that's the reason why they don't pay taxes and stuff. Okay, so that was a hot little mess, that story right there, with this pastor doing all this. All right, so let's see what else we got here, you guys. I'm getting tired. I don't know if I told y'all this story. I think I talked about it to Jermaine. I can actually probably show y'all a video. I don't know. Let me just read it, because I forgot to make sure some parts on here that they shouldn't be showing. Okay, let me pull it up. I got to pull the article up first. Okay, this is according to People, okay? Anyway, y'all, a 13-year-old boy knocks his father out to stop his father from allegedly strangling a woman. So Daniel Hernandez Lopez, 32, of Alabama, allegedly lunged at his son and threw a bike at him after assaulting a woman. And this is what police said. Let's see here. So they said the man allegedly confronted his 13-year-old son, who punched him several times in the face. The same man, you guys, was knocked unconscious. When the police came and found him, he was laying on that floor, unconscious. His son must have really beat his ass. Anyway, they said the 13-year-old Alabama boy knocked out his father after the man attacked him in a woman, police allege. So they said on Monday, March the 9th, deputies were called to a home in Foley where a man had allegedly tried to strangle a woman during an argument. And that's according to the Baldwin County Sheriff's Office. They said when the man identified as Daniel Hernandez Lopez, 32, Hernandez Lopez, 32, went outside, he was confronted by his 13-year-old son. And that's according to the sheriff's office. Lopez allegedly lunged the boy and tried to hit him with a bicycle. In response, the teen allegedly punched his father several times in the face, knocking him unconscious. The man appeared to be highly intoxicated. That's tripped out. So this weirdo was fighting a woman, okay, and trying to basically strangle her. So when his son saw that, I think this man threw his bike at his son. All right. And that's when his son got on his butt. You said good on this kid. I think he did a good job. Like I told you before, I don't really condone kids fighting, grown ups, unless, the grown up is trying to unalive them, or in this case right here, his dad was fighting a woman. Okay. And so I guess, he was basically taking up for the woman and doing what you should be doing. Anyway, this dude faces criminal charges. I don't know which one yet. Let's see if they got it on here. See. So yeah, he was very intoxicated, the dad. So anyway, they did arrest this dude, okay, on the 10th of March at 1:40 p.m. And he is held at the Baldwin County Jail, and that's according to online jail records. They said his mugshot shows his eyes, lips, and face bloody and swollen. His 13-year-old son beat the crap out of him, okay? Period. And I don't feel sorry for him because he was up here assaulting this lady, trying to strangle her, doing the most. So, I don't feel sorry for this dude at all. Let's see if we can pull a story up on here real quick. Okay, let's see. There you go. Okay, let's see. Maybe I should have put Lopez at the end so we can get the right one. Okay, let's see if this will be the right one. I think this is it right here, man. That boy messed him up completely.
Hit him with a left, hit him with a right.
Here's a shocking yet heartbreaking news story.
Listen to that one because they got the news story. Okay, let's look at it right here.
The fight ended when the couple's 13-year-old son fought back.
Deputies were. Mink, mink, mink. Mink, mink. That 13-year-old turned that man every which way but loose. Like, you look at that picture and you tell me who lost. Like, like 13 and did that to a grown man. I'm gagged. Yeah.
But they said that he only the 13-year-old only hit him a couple of times. But he looks like he beat the crap out of him. But you know what? I don't blame him. He shouldn't have been strangling the woman. Point blank. So let's look at it over
A
here.
Baldwin County man behind bars after deputies say a domestic fight ended when the couple's 13-year-old son fought back.
Deputies were called to a home in Foley last night.
His damn face is messed up. Look at his lips and stuff, his nose above his by his eye. Just that boy beat the crap out of this dude right here.
Sheriff's office saying Daniel Hernandez Lopez tried to strangle his wife during an argument.
Investigators say he went outside where he was confronted by the couple's teenage son. The teen telling deputies Hernandez Lopez lunged at him and tried to hit him with a bicycle. So the teen says he punched his father several times in the face, possibly knocking him unconscious until deputies got there.
Investigators saying Hernandez Lopez appeared intoxicated and might have been under the influence of narcotics. He is charged with domestic violence strangulation and is being held in the Baldwin County Jail.
A Baldwin County man behind bars.
As he should be. And you know what? I do not feel sorry for him. Because that boy beat the brakes off of him. For real, for real. That, I mean, he really, truly did. Goodness. People laughing on the comment sections and stuff. That's tripped out. Okay? But anyway, I don't feel sorry for this dude. At all. Okay? At all. Now, let me go ahead and give y'all some more. Let me see if I got another fuckery news. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Let me look at my phone, y'all. Let's see here. Let's see. I don't think I got nothing that's on here that's fucking. Okay, let's see. I think that may be it with the Fuccery news. I don't see anything else on here to talk about Fuccery news. I'm trying to think. Because I think I covered everything just about. Yeah, I did. I sure did. Let me look at my other phone real quick, my other notes. Okay, you guys, hold on for a second. Let's see. Let me go to my new phone. Like that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I didn't put anything else down here, but anyway, like I said, both of those stories were a hot ass mess. The pastor, demanding to see their tax returns. Then you got this dude strangling and beating a woman. His daughter comes in. I'm not daughter, but his son comes in and saved the day and beat the living heck out of his dad. And I don't feel sorry for him at all. I really just don't. When a man puts his hands on a woman, it shows that he really isn't the man that he claims to be at all. Let's see. See here. Okay, I think that is it, y'all. I think that's all the Fuccery news that I have left on my phone for this week. I think that's it. So y'all definitely tell me what y'all think about that article I just told you guys about, whether pastor demand his church to bring their tax returns in. I'm surprised that some of them already have showed him. That is crazy. So anyway, let me recap a couple of things that we talked about this week. We talked about Nancy Guthrie, right? We talked about her and some new information they learned this week. I'm gonna call it that. We heard and also read a post or a news article regarding the woman who said that she saw a dude walking around outside looking suspect. All right, which is plainly crazy. All right, because I'm trying to figure out why didn't she tell anybody, the police, about that a long time ago? Why did she wait so long to report that? Then we got, I think it was an ex-cop or something like that, who said that that tattoo that the suspect has on him was a tattoo that appeared to be like the ones they get done in prison. So therefore, this dude could have a criminal background. Okay. Then let's see what else did we talk about with Nancy. Then we talked about, see, it's a lot of stuff. I did not tell y'all about this one, and this is kind of some effery too. I didn't tell you about the elder abuse that another ex-FBI agent said. And he said that everybody who had a relationship with her should be investigated too. That's what he said. Let's see real quick what happened right here, because I forgot to tell you guys about that. But we covered a lot of Nancy's updates this past week. So let's see here. So during an episode of the Brian Eden Investigates podcast on March the 8th, the News Nation correspondent spoke to former FBI special agents Maureen O'Connell and Jim Clemente. He spoke to them about the case. During the conversation, Eden pointed out, when you have older parents, and I think a lot of people can relate to this, you know, there's a lot of people coming in and out of your house or out of their house, whether it be healthcare workers or people helping clean up or helping your loved one shower, that kind of thing. Now, to the question of whether elder abuse should be considered in this investigation, Clemente said, absolutely. And then he continued, I think every single person who had even a tangential, I don't know how you say this, tangential relationship to Nancy Guthrie, anybody who worked on the house, on the yard, or the pool, anybody who worked in the house, repairing things, delivering things, even driving her in an Uber or Lyft, all of these people should be looked at. Now, didn't we say that earlier this week? I know I said it, that all of these people should be looked at because somebody close or someone who's been there, maybe doing some yard work or whatever, that could possibly, you know, be the person behind all of this. I don't think it's a stranger like that. It could be, but I don't believe it is. And I'm with this, he's an ex-cop or ex-FBI person. I'm with him when he said this. He also said because that could have been the nexus that allowed them to understand that she was living alone and that she was vulnerable. And then O'Connell agreed. He said, I also think that from what we know about Nancy, she was just such a nice and kind and wonderful woman. And I've got a neighbor here that I just love like a second mom. She too is 84. And ever since this whole thing kicked off, I'm on her like light on rice. I just want her to be 10 times more careful about everything. So that's a trip. Elder abuse. And he believes, or she believes that all of the people who did work in her house or came there to deliver something or anything, these people should be looked at as well. And I say the same thing. Okay? I say the same thing. We also talked about some little information on Jeffrey Epstein too. We talked about the guard who allegedly got a cash deposit, a bunch of them, okay, which is very suspect. Because we were wondering if those cash deposits was for something that's a little sinister, okay? We also, when getting back to Nancy, we also talked about them stating that she could have possibly been wrapped up in her blanket, and carried out of her home. And they said the reason why they think that is because of the blood splatter. And that would kind of make sense because I don't believe she got up and opened the door. Like I told y'all before, she probably was sound asleep, more than likely. So let's see. We talked about so much this week. I can't even remember everything we talked about, but we talked about Jada West as well, the little girl who got into the physical altercation after school. It started at the school, and then it went into the bus, and when she got off the bus, the little girls got off the bus too, and it just escalated there, and she ended up being unalive. Okay, so we did cover that, this week, and as of right now, no charges have been filed or anything, which is, it is what it is. But I think they did refer the case to the district attorney to see if she will, file charges, point blank, he or she. So we talked about that as well. Let's see what else we got here. And then I told you guys about Little Dirk finally getting his wish as murder for hire case takes a turn. We talked about that. I'm not going to go into that story again. You guys can check out the live where I was talking about that at. And then we had a few recalls that I told you guys about as well. And what else? I think that's about. Oh, I told y'all yesterday or the day before that about the woman who was raped and beheaded and then hung from a tree while she was visiting a mediation resort. Okay, she was 28 years old. And I don't know if I told y'all about the other story about the dude that was actually in a different country, UK, where this little boy, 16 years old, was chased by a group of men. I don't know if it was a whole entire 6 or 7 dudes, but I think they said a group of men who caught him and then proceeded to stab this little kid to the point of being unalive. That's a daggone shame. Grown men chasing a 16-year-old boy. That is definitely some fuckery. And so then I told you about this other big story this week. And I know a lot of people were talking about this, about Rihanna's house being shot into by some deranged chick. Okay. She was saying that Rihanna was a witch and Rihanna was jealous of her and some other bizarre stuff. All right. Just some very bizarre stuff. This woman, though, just starts SHOO. That's what I write. TING into Rihanna's house. And Rihanna and her babies, and I think ASAP Rocky was all there. So unfortunately, they did not get hit. The kids didn't get harmed or hit or anything. And this lady, I think they got her on a $10 million bail or something like that, or bond. So she won't be getting out anytime soon. But that is crazy, though. That is very crazy. But we did talk about that as well. And we listened to the 911 audio too. So I think that will be it today. I think I covered all the FME news that I wanted to tell you guys about. I did a little recap, not on every single thing because I can't remember every little thing we talked about, but I did go over some of those things that we talked about this past week and stuff. And as far as this pastor, again, this is why when you choose a church, you're supposed to basically check it out, go there a few times before you join, and go from there. Because there are a lot of preachers out here preaching, but they are fake and false. And some of them, all they want is your money. So you got to be very, very cautious when you are choosing a church home. Point blank. Oh, let's see. So y'all got anything to say? And hey, Browns, thank you so much for being here. Okay, well, since y'all don't got nothing else to say, y'all, we've been on here almost an hour. Thank you guys so much for being here. Y'all have a blessed weekend. I'll be back on Monday. You say you've been stopped supporting these business churches and pimping pastors. LOL. I heard that. Well, the church I go to, I haven't been in a while though, but the church that I go to, they don't do all that. They don't force people to tithe or anything. As a matter of fact, they basically do it online. And they don't like place emphasis on that like some churches do and stuff. So yeah, it just depends on, the church you choose to go to, the pastor you choose to, be involved with. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be very cautious when you choosing a church home, point blank. All right. So anyway, thanks to Bronze, Jermaine, everybody in the bushes, everybody who watched this in the replay. Y'all don't forget the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notifications, share, and leave a comment. And if you want to show additional support for the channel, feel free to do a super sticker, super chat, cash app donation at $ Shade Soup, or copy a separate membership for $4.99 per month. All right, so let me take this off, take this down. Thanks, Jermaine. All right. Thank y'all and have a good night and sweet dreams as well, okay?
Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Woo! Mic hot, crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she called names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I lacked game, back again. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, is somebody hurt? Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. On Shay's tube, she back again. Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
Y'all, I forgot to tell y'all something before I left. Tonight, I went to the casino after I came back from the mall and stuff. I had a good day today, too. Went to the casino and put $20 in the slot machine. And the first $20 that I put in there, it didn't really do too much. It was hitting small amounts, but nothing big. Then so I put another 20 in there. All of a sudden, it hit. So I ended up winning $1,000 with just $40. The thing about it though, I didn't even realize, because when my daughter said I almost won $10,000, I was like not realizing what she was saying. But when I got home, I looked at the picture. And let me show y'all this slot machine. If this shit would have been on that line, it would have been all over. Let's see. I made a mistake and got on Yap. Yap and Google thing on my phone look the same. And not Google, but the gallery. Let me do it like this. So if these three things, hold on, let me take this off here. If those three things right there, what is this thing's called? It hit something. If those three things would have been on the daggone line, if y'all can see that, it's on my community board anyway, that would have been a straight $10,000. She had thought I already won 10. I think some people at the casino did too, until they saw that it wasn't on the line. Because when you look at those numbers down, it looks like it says 10,000, but that's actually 1,000. I was so happy when I won that. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even realize it was like that. This is a good game to play. Okay, it really is. All right. But I could not believe it. Y'all know I won 2 weeks ago and I only played basically $20 and won the first $20. I won 1,000. Second $20, I messed up and I put I clicked it from 3 to 2 credits and it hit. Then the next one that I put, I don't know if I put another 20 in there, but because I kept on winning small amounts, I was playing with the casino money. So then it hit again. All right. So that was another $1,000 and some dollars. And then it did it one more last time. So that's pretty good within 3 weeks, all the times that I won. But tonight, though, it hit kind of different because I did not realize that those damn, what do you call these things? Quick hits, that's what it's called. That these 3 almost were on the line. And I wish I would have got another one of those. But when I go back, I hope I do that again because that was really great right there. And that does look like 10,000 at first when you first glance at it. That's why people were running over there to the slide. I didn't even pay attention to it because my ass don't be knowing what I be doing anyway. I just be playing. The man who was sitting next to me had to tell me how much I won. It's sitting right there on the screen, but I wasn't looking at it because I'm like, oh, I probably won just $200 or something like that. Turned out to be $1,000. Boy, I wish that would have been on that damn line, though. I would have been no more good than like $10,000 just for playing, what, $40 altogether? Can y'all believe that? And then I won again, too. But it was like little small amounts, like $50, $40 and stuff like that. And I was playing with their money as well then. I didn't even touch my money in my purse that I came to play with, But I had fun tonight. I mean, the whole thing, casino, the mall that we went to, all of that was fun. And I also went to work for a couple hours too. I don't care how much money I win, my ass always go to work. If I would have won the 10 grand, I would have still went to work. Okay, that is so funny. Tomorrow, But anyway, I had fun tonight. I can't wait to go back so I can get that 3 quick hits. And you know what? The people who don't know what they be doing is always the ones that win. It's always the one that win. Somebody like me that don't be really paying attention and be in the damn twilight zone and try to figure out how much the damn winnings are, and it's telling you right on the damn machine. Y'all be tripping out when I go to the casino. I'm not gonna lie. I really do shit. I am better now because at least I play with the right amount of credits. This machine right here is simple though. They just got 1 line, you bet 2, that's the maximum, and that's it. Some of those other ones got 9 lines and it's just weird all that shit they be doing. And they make so much noise, but I didn't even realize this was like this until I got home. That was a blessing tonight. All right, I just wanted to share that with you guys. All right, so I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night and sweet dreams. And thank you so much for checking me out tonight. Good night, y'all.